Hi everyone, so final video review for this week is for Sing For My Baby by Jenn Matthews. If you want to check out my review, I have just posted that, so if you're on YouTube there's a link in the description below, and if you're on Facebook or on my blog then there is a link within the post, and this is the video review. So Sing For My Baby was so sweet, which I've come to expect from Jenn, but I just knew it was going to be sweet, but this one was so sweet. Rosie, she just wants to be a mother. She's kind of sick of waiting for Mrs. Right to turn up, and she's decided to go it alone, and now she's pregnant. What she hadn't bargained for, though, was meeting Amber at choir practice. They have this really instant connection, and Rosie is excited by the prospect that Amber could be something more to her, but she hasn't told her about the baby, and she has a lot of past hang-ups that she's concerned about as well. Amber, she's holding back fears and secrets of her own that she hasn't told Rosie, because she's worried about how she might react to her truths and her past and what she's been through. So when she confides in Rosie, only to find everything changes between them, it's kind of a question of, will Rosie's baby be the key to sort of bringing them together in the end? And I love that. It's such a cute and sweet story. It has all the innocence amongst really what were dark elements, but the dark elements, as is typical with Jenn's writing, which is why I like it, she touches on them. They're there because they're a reality, but she doesn't explore them in a depth that is triggering or worrying. But they are there, they are quite dark, and I suppose for some people they could be triggering, but they're not gone into in that much detail for you to experience that personally, I don't think. But they are there, they are touched on, and Rosie and Amber's story is quite emotional and moving, because I found myself quite choked up by everything they've been through. Rosie's not had it easy, really. Pregnancy is important to her, and she's been through some experiences that make that a worrying, sort of a joyous but worrisome sort of time. And Amber, all that she's been through to get to like where she's got to, is quite moving. They were just normal people, though, and that's what I like. They were living normal lives, they were normal people, and they were just trying to be happy with what they had, or what they, they're just trying to get over things. I loved how sort of the whole past decisions and influences changed them as characters, and you could see that, but it also determined some of their reactions to one another, and the confessions and the truths and all that. It's sort of, I think that's what Jenn's really good at. She depicts normality, including that humans make mistakes, can have redeemed themselves, and shouldn't be judged on those mistakes and actions, but still can be, because we're all a little bit flawed, and we all have our own hang-ups about things. And I think that's what Jenn explores really well. There are a few moments in this story that really shocked me, and surprisingly I found they came from Rosie. I wasn't expecting some of the reactions she had, and having sort of got used to her character at the beginning, gotten to know her, how kind and accepting and everything she had been with Amber, and that she seemed to be with everyone. Rosie was a great example in terms of how your past can make you very wary of someone without giving them a chance to explain, or really knowing their full truth and the circumstances and the situation, and how you jump to a conclusion because you're trying to protect yourself. And that's very realistic, it's very human nature, and I love that. Jenn's got this ability to just really capture normal people and normal emotions and normal feelings, and depict them so well on the page. I loved how cute and insecure Amber was, and she really was. She was one of those characters I admire, and you have to. When she finally did get a chance to fully explain her story, I really felt for her. I empathised. I've never been in her shoes, but I could see how she'd gotten to where she'd got to. And even though I'd never been in her shoes, a lot of it was very relatable. I can see how she got to that point. I would have to say I have been quite close to that point myself. I've definitely experienced some of her past experiences, and they're not nice. They really are horrible, and so I can see why she got to where she got to. It was nice to connect with her on that emotional level, and I think anyone can connect with Rosie and Amber on an emotional level, whether you've been in their situation or their shoes or not. Jenn just gives such intimate insights. I think that's how I would say it. She really gets into their thoughts and feelings, and she gives them to you as the reader, so you can make your own mind up about whether they're doing the right thing or thinking the right thing or behaving in a way you admire or don't. And you can really make your own mind up about them as a character, but they express themselves really clearly, and that gives you that connection. But if you like sweet romance, and that's the important thing with this, it really is, I would say 80% cute and 20% the hang-ups and the bad stuff that isn't bad at all, it's just normal. So if you really like sweet romance with a pinch of angst and some funny moments thrown in there as well, because they just happen naturally, misunderstandings and people just falling in love unexpectedly, you're going to love Sing for My Baby. It's perfect. It ticks all those boxes. And I really hope this won't be the last we see of Rosie and Amber, because I'm super excited for their future and I want to know what happens in their future. So I'm really, really excited for that, and I hope Jenn will give us that as well. That would be amazing. But it's a really great book. I really enjoyed it. I loved every moment of reading it, and I hope you will too. So I'll pop a link in the description so you can go and grab a copy of Sing for My Baby by Jenn Matthews, which I hope you will. If you've read Sing for My Baby, I would love to hear your thoughts on it. So please comment below, please get involved, please let me know what you thought about the story. And if you haven't read it yet, but it's on your to be read list, you're planning to read it, or you're thinking that sounds really good, I can't wait to read that, and then again, comment below, let us know what you're reading, because it's always great to hear what you're reading. And if you do read it, I hope you enjoy it. Bye.